Hello everyone. Today we are going to study the properties of special types of quadrilaterals. Okay, so let's come to the first type of quadrilateral. We call it as trapezium. How do we know that a given quadrilateral is trapezium or not? If a quadrilateral has only one pair of parallel sides, that is this AB parallel to DC, these opposite sides are not parallel to each other, only one pair of parallel sides, this quadrilateral is called as trapezium. The next property is that if AB is parallel to DC, then the angles at the edges of these parallel pairs will be supplementary angles. That means angle A plus angle D will give you 180 degrees. Angle B plus angle C will give you 180 degrees. Clear? Now before introducing this quadrilateral, I would like to first take you through the properties and then we'll label it with a very familiar name, with a familiar speciality. So angle, if PQRS is my quadrilateral and angle P plus angle S is equal to 180 degrees, angle P plus angle S is equal to 180 degrees and angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180 degrees when PQ is parallel to SR. This condition is a reverse of that one of the trapezium. Okay, so if the angles, adjacent angles are supplementary when the sides are parallel, only one pair of sides are parallel, so this will be surely a trapezium. Next, now there is one special condition in this, or one special property of this special type of quadrilateral, that is PS is equal to QR, and this was parallel. PS is equal to QR. If you remember, a triangle with two sides like this, which are congruent, this type of triangle is called as isosceles triangle. Similarly, as we have concluded from the first point that this is my trapezium, this trapezium is called as isosceles trapezium. Why? Because the non-parallel sides are equal. And the third property, angle P is equal to angle Q and angle S is equal to angle R. Just relate it or compare it with the isosceles triangle. The opposite angles are congruent and the opposite sides are equal. Let's move on to the next type. Okay, so this is a very familiar shape of a kite, and so we also know it as a special type of quadrilateral named as kite. So what are the properties of kite? If you see that the adjacent sides of this diagram are equal, so both the pairs of adjacent sides, if they are equal, that means it's a kite. So PQ is equal to PS and RS is equal to RQ. The second property is that you see the diagonals PR and SQ, they are perpendicular to each other. So PR is perpendicular to SQ. Also PR, the vertical diagonal, bisects the horizontal diagonal. That means if the point of intersection is O, SO is equal to OQ. It need not be always vertical bisects the horizontal, but the longer one, the longer diagonal bisects the smaller diagonal or the shorter diagonal. Clear? Okay, now this is the fourth type of quadrilateral that we are studying, and that is parallelogram. You may conclude it from the diagram itself that both the sides, that is both the sides on the opposite, that is opposite sides are parallel and they are equal in size or equal in length. Okay, so opposite sides are parallel as well as they are equal. So I may write it as AB is parallel to BC, AB is equal to DC, AD is parallel to BC, and AD is equal to DC. In the next property, the diagonals bisect each other. That means if I draw diagonals, diagonals are the line segments joining opposite angles or opposite edges. So if I draw these two diagonals, it states that the diagonals bisect each other. This will be equal to this and this will be equal to this. So I may write AO is equal to OC and DO is equal to OB if O is my intersection point. Next property, adjacent angles are supplementary. We are listening to this property for the second time. In trapezium we had only one pair of angles supplementary, okay, one side, but over here both the sides, whichever pair of angles you take, adjacent angles, those are supplementary. That means if I add angle A and angle B, the sum would be 180. If I add angle B and angle C, the sum would be 180. If I add angle C and D, the sum will be 180. Same ways for A and D as well. Okay, so any pair of adjacent angles you take, they are supplementary. That means when you add their magnitudes, their sum will be 180 degrees. Now rhombus is a special type of a parallelogram which has all the properties of parallelogram. That means the opposite sides are parallel, the opposite sides are equal, the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, now in addition to that, there are few special properties which differentiate rhombus from a quadrilateral. That is, all sides are equal. That means not just opposite but all the sides are equal. Next, the diagonals bisect each other at right angles. If I write it as A, B, C, D and the intersection point is O, so my each angle at the center intersection point will be 90 degrees. Also AO will be equal to OC, BO will be equal to OD. One more property, diagonals also bisect vertex angle. That means the angle that is formed over here by the diagonals, they bisect these angles. Okay, so this was rhombus for all. Okay, so now this is the next type of the quadrilateral which has all the properties of a parallelogram. So you may also call this as a special type of a parallelogram. Rest all properties remain the same except for the addition of few more properties, and that is all its angles are 90 degrees or right angles, and its diagonals, if I draw AC and BD, they bisect each other. That means if the intersection point is O, DO will be equal to OB, AO will be equal to OC. Also AC and BD, the whole length of the diagonal, they both are equal. That means AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. I repeat, AC is equal to BD, and also that these two diagonals are bisecting each other. so their halves are also equal. Their halves are also equal. That means AO is equal to OB is equal to CO is equal to OD. Just remember that this is not a right angle. So all the properties of a parallelogram, all angles are right angles, angle A, B, C, D, and its diagonals are equal and bisect each other. Okay, now so this is the last and the final type of special type of quadrilaterals, that is square. We all are aware of this shape. It has all the properties of a parallelogram, rectangle and rhombus when merged together. All sides are equal, which is a property of a rhombus. Opposite sides are parallel, which is nothing but the property of a parallelogram, basic property. Diagonals bisect each other and also the vertex angle. That means if I draw diagonal PR and QS, they bisect each other. They are equal also, plus they bisect these angles, vertex angles. Angle P is bisected by, so PR bisects angle P, QS bisects angle Q. Similarly, S and R angles are also bisected by diagonals SQ and PR respectively. Now angles, all angles are right angles. That means these angles are right angles. Okay, so this was square for you all, and here we finish with the special types of quadrilaterals. Now we'll discuss conclusions based on the discussion so far. That means all the properties that we have discussed, we have certain conclusions to summarize. So all squares are rectangles, but all rectangles need not be squares. That means all the properties of squares come under the properties of rectangles, but all properties of rectangles do not come under the properties of squares. Under rectangle, any property that I label it of a square, I may call it as a rectangle too, because opposite sides of rectangle are equal and parallel, angles are right angle, diagonals bisect each other. So all these properties of the square, of the rectangle, are satisfied by this square. Hence all squares can be called as rectangles, but all rectangles cannot be called or cannot be squares. That means I have one property which is not satisfied by a rectangle, which is compulsory for it to be a square. That is, all sides should be equal. In rectangle only opposite sides are equal, but in square all the sides should be equal. So reverse is not true. Similarly, all squares are rhombi, but all rhombi need not be squares. In the same fashion, if I draw squares, there is no condition for a rhombi in terms of angle, what angle it should be. The only condition is the sides should be equal, the diagonals should bisect each other, etc. But vice versa, if I want all rhombi to be called as squares, it's not possible, because square, the angle of the square needs to be 90 degree. So second one also proved. All rectangles are parallelogram, but all parallelogram need not be rectangles. Same way, rectangles should have 90 degrees angle, but parallelogram does not have. So all rectangles have the properties of parallelogram, but parallelogram does not have the property of 90 degree angle, which a rectangle must have. The last one, all parallelograms are quadrilaterals, but all quadrilaterals need not be parallelogram. So the properties of parallelogram, like opposite angles should be equal, opposite sides should be equal, those are not satisfied by all the quadrilaterals. Hence all quadrilaterals need not be parallelogram, but all parallelograms satisfy the condition of being a quadrilateral by having 4 sides and 4 angles. With this, we end up this video. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next upcoming video where we solve the problems based on these properties. Thank you. Good day.